the man with the hat and the metal detector. Whoa, whoa. Walking the land, he's a treasure collector. Whoa, whoa. Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.
Wow, what a lovely sunny day, but it's cold. -2.5. I thought I'd give the ultimate XP Deus program another ultimate test. I've tried various things on trash, on ploughed land, and it came to me today and I thought, where shall I go? And my Mrs. Hat said, why don't you just go down the road and try the field where you found your first hoard. For those of you who don't know, it's 110 silver Roman coins, scattered hoard that came out. 6 weeks till we find them all. The rest are just too deep, or the programs I've had in the past just won't find them. And I have tried loads of different programs on here with no luck. Anyway, today in the video I'm going to show you what it's like to chase a signal, one of those little quiet lifted signals, and you just can't find it. I'm also going to show you the sort of things, even the rubbish, that I would normally dig up, and it shows that you are actually digging the right signals. Even though it's rubbish, you're digging the right signals. I'll come to that as well later in the video. So let's go and have my first swing and see what I can find. First signal amongst the area where I've been searching for 2 years for more silver Romans. Now I do know there are more Romans here. It's been proven by digging 2 small trenches to 2'6" deep, and we still kept finding them. We just can't get that deep with a detector. So you never know what's going to happen. Just listening for those tiny little lifts in signal, using that ultimate program, and already it's been worth coming out. I can go home now and just be happy. Fantastic. Let's get digging. Anyway, second signal is what I believe to be a hemweight. There's no evidence to suggest it's anything else. And I'll tell you a bit more about this land in a few minutes, because it's amazing. 2 signals, 2 good finds. That was a bit iffy, but it's showing 89 with several bits of junk around it. Still there. Still there. Oh, please let it be something good now I've got the camera on. Oh well. Go on, reveal yourself. Whoops. It's a piece of crap. Oh, but at least it's a target which I've missed before, so that's encouraging. Happy with that. I've just set the camera up so I can demonstrate this signal to you, but now I've been over there and set it up and come back, I can't find it again. But what I wanted to demonstrate was all those burps coming from under the coil, and yet somewhere in there there's a little lift, as if there might be a high conductor hidden between all the iron. Now I don't know if it is or not. It's a little bit iffy, but you know, your spade is your best discriminator, so let's find out. Could be something good. I've just dug 2 holes off camera with very small signals similar to this one, and both of them I couldn't find the target. Couldn't hear it, I couldn't retrace it, nothing. I spent ages on them, and when I filled the hole back in, both of them, the signal came back again. So I took all the soil out again and started afresh, and I still couldn't find them. But you know, if it's anything worth having, it'll still be there for another day. No, I can't hear it. It might have been a slightly false signal. So I've got my sensitivity on 90. I'm just gonna knock out some of the sensitivity down to 85, because that could be the problem. Although the ground balance has changed here as well. I'm set on 90, but it's actually showing that the ground balance is 79. But I think I'll just put it on tracking. Ground balance, tracking. We'll just see what happens. You'll need a while just to settle down and track the ground. Got excited there for a minute. It's a half p decimal, pre-decimal. It's a decimal half p. Wow, that was exciting just for a short while. Now you might ask why I'm digging even the dodgy signals. It's because I'm standing on the spot 40 meters by 40 meters where 110 silver Roman denarius coins came out, and if I hear anything I'm going to dig it anyway. Okay, this is another one of those signals which I'm probably going to be chasing and end up a blank. It was very, very quiet, and now I've got the plug out and that piece there, you can hear it a bit better. No numbers. Okay, I'm going to chase this one, so let's set the camera up and just see what happens. If it isn't anything, then I apologise in advance. But I've got to search, I've got to go for it. There, I've set the camera a bit higher than I normally would, just so you can see down into the hole as I chase this, and the hole gets probably bigger and bigger. I don't get too close to the hole because it'll interfere with the coil. Okay, it is interfering with the coil, but I can still pick it out. So this hole is going to get bigger, I know it is. It's just a case of how big and will I find anything. Such a good feeling to be back on this field. I've given it up 3 times, and the story I was going to tell you about this field is this. This field's been detected on, and this farmer has allowed people to come on since they've been here. I think that's what he told me, if I remember rightly. That's about 25-30 years. And whilst technology has changed, there have been detectorists on here with mine labs and various other bits and pieces, even until the last couple of 3 years before I got it. But they all gave up because they had never found anything. Well, it's not in the spoil. Still there somewhere. Where the heck is it again? Squeak, squeak. Now showing 97. That's too high for a silver coin. Anyway, to carry on the story, they gave it all up. This is a very close permission to my home, so I thought, I know, I'll go and see if I can get permission down there. And he said, yeah, but you won't find out. I said, oh, okay, why is that? He says, oh, people have been coming here for years and they've just given up. Okay, and on my second visit here, I did find some bits and pieces on my first visit, but on my second visit here, I got my first denarius. Didn't know what it was. I was only 10 weeks into the hobby, so I put the picture of it onto Facebook and asked a few friends, and he says, oh, you've got a denarius. I said, what's that? And he told me, it's not here, is it? And within 5 minutes I found another one. So I sent him a picture. He said, "You're onto a horde, mate." I said, "Ah, really?" By the end of that day I got 9. And by the end of 6 weeks, as I've told you already, it was 110. Kept the story quiet because I was asked to by the flow. But you know, these things get out. And some of the people who previously been here contacted me and said, "Is that where I think it was?" And I said, "Yeah, it was." He said, "Well, I never found anything there. Congratulations." I said, "Well, thank you." He said, "Well, were you using your Deus?" I said, "Yeah, just got it. I was learning how to use it. I got lucky, I guess." But the fact is, in those days, I was digging every single minute signal, even more so after I'd found a few which were giving me no numbers on the remote control at all, and they were all sorts of squeaks. Often if they did show numbers, they were 40, and they were always on the tip of the plug when you took it out. And then searching for a few more weeks, they were getting deeper and deeper, and as I mentioned to you, the last few we have taken out of here were on searches with the fines liaison officers and a couple of friends and family to help, where we dug trenches. And I think we had 45 up until the point where the flows came and family came to help me, and that's from that moment onwards. I think we got 22 on the day, and even found some in the spoil heap which was discarded by some of the flows. And we lucky with the detector, we'd found them in the spoil heap. And do you know, I can't find this one to save my life. But I'm still getting a squeak. And this has been my 4th hole like this now. I just cannot do it. If I do a bigger hole and a deeper hole, I still get a squeak. And I end up filling it in. I've turned the sensitivity down. But still a high conductor squeak there. But the numbers now show 97. So I'm fairly confident that is not a silver. Not at 97. Unless of course it's a piece of iron and there's a silver tucked behind it or underneath it. Well, sadly this sort of thing's been happening to me quite a lot on my previous visits. That's why I don't film all my digs, because it'd end up like this. But now you can actually see how difficult it is to hunt out those tiny whispers, and I'm still getting a signal. But like the other one, you know, it's not going anywhere. I wish I could find that. How much bigger am I going to dig this hole? Is it really worth it? Because it doesn't sound as though it's going to be, and the numbers indicated might not be, anything to do with silver. One last sweep. Gone. Nope. Just check the spoil. Now I'm going to give this one up. So while I fill this one in, I'll let you go make a cup of tea or something. See you in a minute. Well, there's another deep one, and the hole got deeper and deeper and deeper. You can see with all that soil out. 3 plugs, it eventually got to 20 inches, and there was a happy ending to that story because it was an offset bar buckle, probably off horse or something like that, but at least it's a target. Got it. Right, I'm sharing this one with you again. That's reading 2. Sounds like a very low conductor. Move down. Another piece there. Move between them just to the right. And that's showing 64 and 71. So the recovery on this coil and on this program is quite quick. It might be nothing, but it's worth digging it, so therefore I'm going to. Right close to that iron. It may be something related to the iron, we don't know, and we might find out to take it out of the ground. There's the iron. Seems like the target is in the plug. That's good. At least it's not deep and hiding from me, so I've got to chase it everywhere. Come on, where are you? Thought it was that for a minute. Looks like a piece of coke, but it isn't. It's not going to be deep. Could be a recent drop. Okay, well, it was a legit target. Sadly, not a good one. But you see how that small object was between two iron signals, so close together, you could have easily missed that. Right, next. So this one's in the plug. Don't forget they all start, there's quiet signals. I have no idea. Oh, is it out? Drat, I lost it. Hang on. Piece of foil. That's a good signal. Good target. Digging the right stuff if you dig that up. Right, next. Now here's the small signal. It's louder than most of them I've had today. Just small in size. It's showing 91, 89 to 91. I gotta dig that live, so let's have a go. Sounds nice, but then again, you never can tell. Sometimes you think you know when you hit a silver, and then you get excited and you're right. Other times you're completely wrong. That does sound nice. I'd normally get excited by that. However, there's no guarantee of even going to find it. If today is anything to go by, let's take a bit more solid out of there. Still there. Oh, lead maybe? Is that lead? Oh! So, okay, that was five, 6, 7, just over 8 inches deep. A sliding bolt for a door or something like that. Right, that was a nice, said loud the target, but it's 8.5 inches deep. It just maybe on its edge or something, because it's only representing a very small area. But you know, it's a target. What do you think? I'm sure about that one. In fact, Let's see how many of you think it might be once a ring. I'll put the little poll on the screen now, and I'm going to have you think it's a finger ring, or no, you don't think it's a finger ring. Let's see what you think. Right, so been out now for a couple of hours, and it's not been too bad. We're getting some good quality signals, all high conductors. I haven't dug any low conductors or anything I mistook for a high conductor, so I've had a pretty good day. You've seen the good stuff that I found, especially first dig with that beautiful Victoria threepence in mint condition, followed by a lead hem weight or weight of some description. But here is the stuff that I dug up, which wasn't quite so good, but they were still all high conductors, so therefore they had to be dug. Obviously you've got there the copper, the screw is probably steel, lead bits and pieces. In the middle there you've got aluminium, a pewter, I think it's a pewter spoon handle, something like that, and of course you've got the aluminium foil and pieces of tin. Now of course the aluminium foil and pieces of tin, you know, they give such a good signal, especially cow tubes which are aluminium, and you know you've got to dig them. So if you've got things in your junk bag which is like my junk bag today, then you've been digging the right signals. It's just a case of walking over the right target. Now I got lucky today on first dig. It happens. Go the rest of the day with finding nothing. I didn't find any more Roman silvers today. I haven't given up hope. I still believe there's some here within reach of a coil. It's just a case of finding them. Now don't forget to do the poll, so you let me know what you think that piece is. Do you think it's a copper ring maybe, or maybe not? What do you think? Now if you liked anything at all in the video, that little threepence for example, then leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like anything at all, don't do anything. If you hated the video, then leave a thumbs down, because some people will do that anyway, so don't worry about it if you think you ought to. More importantly, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's free of charge. It really does help me towards my goals of raising money for charity. Do you know, even with 6,000 people watching my videos, in fact 6,000 subscribers, they don't all watch my videos, you know, I might make £12 to £15 a month at the end of the day. That's it. It's not from your subscription, as by how many people subscribe and then watch the videos. In fact, I get paid if they don't subscribe. But if you do subscribe, at least you'll be notified when I've got another video out. So please do subscribe if you haven't thought about it, and I'll join you again soon, and thanks for being with me.
Metal detecting and digging lots of holes, looking for anything that's old. New videos every week, so please subscribe.